Well, hello everybody and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy and I am so happy to have you here for this September Gemini Zodiac reading in which we're going to do a life check-in. Before we get started with all that, I just want to do some really quick housekeeping. I'm not going to go over specials and sales and all of that. I just want to ask if you would consider subscribing to the channel. If you would do so, the YouTube formula is real. It is based off of number of subscribers, and it's very difficult to get authentic subscribers. You can turn off your notifications. That will not offend me. But you know, I would really appreciate you supporting me, and do that for any YouTuber that you watch. It really makes a difference. All right, so that's all I'm going to say about that because I get tired of saying it. I know my returning viewers get tired of hearing it, but it's part of the job. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to look at your life. We're going to look at some of the major aspects. We're going to look at your career. We're going to look at money. We're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about health and spirituality. I'm going to pull those from the basic tarot deck, and then we will draw a card this is called like the Dark and Dangerous deck. We're going to look at some negativity that you just might want to be aware of, whether it's from you or someone else that's about to enter your space. And then we'll pull a crystal card. Normally I draw a crystal that I'm drawn to, or I'll put out a crystal that I'm drawn to specific for the reading, but I was really drawn to those cards. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just draw that for their crystal rather than me seeing what I'm drawn to. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move these two decks out of the way. We won't use those until we're done with the basic 5 life aspects. So really quickly, remember that this is a general reading, Gemini. This is for every Gemini on the face of the earth. Now, I cannot connect with everybody's energy. All I do is I channel Gemini energy and then I do the reading. So this might not resonate with you. If it doesn't, that's okay. You can always come back. I will be doing this reading again in 4 months. So you have some time. Maybe in November it'll resonate. And maybe it won't resonate. And if it doesn't resonate, you can always get a personal reading. In a personal reading, they're usually about 45 minutes to an hour long. I probably use at least 5 or 6 decks. I usually use more than that. I clarify cards. You normally tell me, hey, can you focus on love? Or, hey, I'm thinking about switching jobs. Can you pull some cards to help me with that? And just kind of go from there. There's my dog, Parker. Sorry about that. If you're new to the channel, you'll find that I don't edit my videos. What is what is. So, you might hear me get a sip of my trusty old moon water. Or you might hear, like you just heard my dog Parker walk through. And it happens. All right. And then I wanted to say, if it does resonate with you, I want you to take your right hand, place it on your heart, take a deep breath in, and claim it for yourself. Say, yes, I resonate with that. All right? Okie dokie artichoke. Where can I put this deck? No, I don't want to set it like that. All right. All right, so let's get these cards all situated. We're going to get started here, my Gemini friends. Alrighty, so the first card we are going to talk about is career, okay? Now, really quickly, I don't know what cards come up. I am not a fake reader. There are people apparently, and it's like, why would you even bother and waste your time? That will sit there and draw cards, and they draw all these beautiful cards to make this beautiful reading, to fill you with rainbows and unicorns, and they don't connect to energy. It's not authentic. It's fake. Mine are real. If there's something bad, or, I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, you're going to die the second Tuesday of next week. Come on. But if if something's negative, I'm going to say, oh, watch out for somebody that's going to be lying to you. Sorry, it is what it is. And if you're looking for a rainbow and unicorn reading, Your Natural Healer channel is not it. All right, let me fix that camera. Sorry about that. All right, let's go ahead and start. So Gemini, you guys for career got the 7 of Wands. Oh, okay. You need to really be careful at work. You're very good at what you do. People know you're very good at what you do. You're very successful. You have so much talent. I don't care if you're a white collar, blue collar. I don't care what you do, whatever it is I don't care if you are a cashier at the dollar store. You are, damn it, a good cashier. Okay. People see this, but there are coworkers who are jealous. Okay. They are going to do everything they can to trip you up because they don't want to see you number one. They don't want you getting the raise. They don't want you getting the promotion. They are jealous. For some of you, Gemini, you need to stand up for yourself. You know, if something happens and you get blamed for it and it wasn't you, don't just sit back and take it. Stand up for yourself. Say, no, it wasn't me. Because there's some really nasty people and they're okay too. I think there's some that are, you know, you obviously know that they don't care for you or they're, you know, brown nosers. So they try to up one on everybody else. But there's some people that you think are, oh, they're good, and they're not. Be careful. Follow your instinct. If something tells you, if your gut tells you about somebody that, oh, they're nice, but your gut's saying, no. You need to listen to it. Because let me tell you, they are trying to knock you down. Okay? I'm not saying that you need to be vindictive. I'm not saying you need to play childish games or seek revenge or you need to do stuff to trip them up. Just stand your ground and don't let people ruin your hard work, your dedication. Let your talent shine. And if they're second best, that's on them. Okay? And just be careful. Be very, very careful. Especially if you're going up for a promotion or something, there's going to be some nasty office drama or whatever, or wherever you work kind of drama with that. Because somebody else thinks that they're number one or they think that they're the best and they're really not. And deep down they know it, but they want to be, so they're so jealous. I don't like people like that. Just bad energy. All right, Gemini, excuse me. I'm going to take a sip of moon water. I'm going to pause it. I don't want you to hear me guzzling moon water. Okay, sorry about that. Let's talk about money. All right, Gemini, you got the 4 of Cups in reverse. Oh, goodness. Lots of jealousy here. You know, we have the people here that were jealous, but over here, this was you. It's not you now, or it's not at least you moving into this space. I think before that, you really focused on everything that you didn't have. So, I don't know if it was necessarily living with the Joneses, but maybe, you'd get jealous of somebody or like you see somebody post, they got a new car on Facebook and you're like, they think they're all that. And I think you had a little bit of jealousy going on there. However, I think you're about to move into a space where you're realizing that, okay, this is not my highest good. And, I don't want to be that kind of person. And, I'm better than that. And by saying I'm better than that, that's not being egotistical. That's just being honest and coming from the heart space, is that you're not that kind of a person. This card does deal with the throat chakra, which is all about our authentic truth. So I think that's where you're realizing that you're not being your authentic self through this jealousy. Maybe it's just some friends or something rubbing off on you, or maybe it's just an age thing. You're to the point where you're finally seeing, you know what? I've worked hard for everything I've got. Yeah, I might not have the newest car, but look, I own a car. You know what I'm saying? This card also deals with water energy. It deals with the moon energy, which is all about intuition, divine feminine. And it's also Cancer energy, which Cancer is, and that's what I am. Cancer energy is, again, it's intuition and emotion, but it's also nurturing. So I think you're moving into that space where, you're growing up a little bit when it comes to your money. You're not necessarily saying, I have to be the richest person. I have to be the most successful person. I have to have all the big toys. And by focusing on gratitude for what you do have, it's going to change your relationship with money, which when it does, you're not going to be going out and buying all this crap that you don't really want and that you don't even need. And that's going to open up so many things that, now you have the money to buy a new car or something to that nature. Okay? Just learn to appreciate what you have. Okay? And I think, like I said, you're moving into that space. All right. You can hear Parker back there. She's rolling around. She has a yoga mat she lays on. All right. So next we're going to talk about love. And let's see what we got. The devil energy. And people see that, and usually people freak out because there's the little reverse pentagram on it. And it's like, well, you know what? Reverse pentagram, honestly, is not a horrible symbol. It is, for those in the satanic religion have made it about negativity. But the pentagram, really quickly, it represents the four elements we learn about: earth, air, water, fire. But the fifth point is spirituality or ether or universe or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, the devil card is all about the root chakra. It deals with earth energy, Saturn energy, and it draws on the energy of Capricorn. Okay. So the devil in love. All right. Not the greatest card to get. It's not absolutely horrible. If you're in a relationship, you or your partner might be starting to feel a little trapped or boxed in, or maybe just feeling bored with the relationship. And I don't necessarily think bored where you're going out and cheating on them or they're cheating on you or anything of that nature. I mean, it could be, but that's not what I'm picking up here. I'm just getting the point that it's the same old stuff week in, week out. And I think you need to take some time for yourselves. Do something different. You need to rediscover the relationship. And that's why, when I was younger and I used to hear people talk about date nights, I was like, oh, you guys are so ridiculous. But I see why. Because the older we get in life, the more crap we got to deal with because we're so much busier. I always say, I was born in 1970, and the more technologically advanced we get, the less time I have, and so it's just, as we get busier, you're busy, your significant other is busy, and sometimes you forget there's little things, and you don't want to wait till it's too late and go, oh my gosh, we, woulda, coulda, shoulda. So try to rekindle that relationship, rediscover. The flame is not out, okay? It is not. And the flame is not going to go out if you guys really focus on that. Take some time for yourselves. And I'm not saying you need to go drop $500 at some fancy schmancy restaurant. Do something silly and bring all the blankets and pillows down into the living room on a Saturday night and get all this junk food and put all the blankets up and have a camp out or a sleepover in your living room and stay up and watch scary movies, have a movie themed night and eat junk and do things like that. just silly, mindless things. And those are going to make the most wonderful memories. Okay. But again, just get back to what made you guys fall in love to begin with. Okay. Now, if you're single, okay, we need to have a little talk here. It's a lot of casual, dangerous relationships. Okay. I'm not necessarily saying sex is involved, but these are not meaningful relationships. And that's why, there's so many of them. You're doing this out of a lack of self-confidence, okay? So if you are a single Gemini right now, I would pause the dating scene, and I would really get your head in the game on your self-confidence, okay? Because I think that, all these different people you're going on dates with, and like I said, it's not necessarily sex, but you're going out with all these different people all the time, or you're talking to all these people, and you even know that you don't care about them, but you're loving the attention. And that signifies that there's something going on with your self-confidence. So I would extremely tell you to work on your solar plexus, okay? I would definitely utilize, I would say your solar plexus probably, and not in all cases, because I can't say this I'm not tapped into just one person, but I would say that you're probably blocked. You would definitely benefit from some Reiki healing, utilizing some yellow crystals. But then you need to get to the root cause. Why are you feeling so self-confident? Of course, we all love having people pay attention to us. But when it comes in a dangerous way, which this is becoming, you're putting yourself at risk. Okay? And so, yeah, you might say, take this as a warning. You're going to find the right person. You're not going to necessarily find the right person. My mom always used to say, you're not going to find a nice person in a bar, because usually most people are there to get drunk and one night stands, okay? Work on yourself. Love yourself. And once you build up your confidence, you're going to find really good quality people that you can date. For example, the gym. Maybe you want to start working out. Then start working out. You might meet somebody at the gym. But what I'm saying is that the attention that you're getting is not coming from the heart space. And the attention they're giving to you, it's not because they really like you. It is superficial. They really could care less. They're looking for one thing and one thing only. Okay? And you know this. Put a pin in the dating, work on yourself, get that confidence. Look yourself in the mirror every day and say, I am beautiful and I deserve to be loved. I would also work on your heart space a little bit, because I guarantee your heart space maybe is slowed down a bit. But just all I'm going to say is, single Geminis, please, please, please be very, very careful. You're playing a dangerous game right now. And you are so much better than that. And there is someone out there for you that's so wonderful. But you're so caught up into this, attention. And, I don't know if guys are like that, but us girls, man, in high school, I had a crush on this one guy, and he was so mean to me, and he would say mean things to me, and he would call me names, and I'd say to my best friend, he talked to me today. Yeah, because he called you an ugly dog or whatever. Don't do that to yourself. You are so much better than that. But you need to love yourself first, because you can't expect to love anybody else fully, and you can't expect others to love you if you don't love yourself, okay? You're fantastic. Say it, say it. Every morning, when you get up in the morning and you first look in that mirror, when you look in the mirror, I want you to look in your eyes and I want you to say, I love myself every day until you get this confidence problem solved, okay? Oh, sorry about that. Alrighty. Excuse me. Hold on. I need to take a sip of water. Okay, sorry. Again. All right, let's talk about health-wise. Now, really quickly, I do want to say about health, I am not here to diagnose anything. Yes, I am a board-certified holistic health practitioners with the American Association of Drugless Practitioners, but I am not a medical doctor. I am not here to diagnose anything. If you are sick, if you have symptoms, if you're ill, if you're injured, go to the doctor or call 911. Okay? Anything that I talk about, whether it's Reiki or crystals, it should be used in conjunction with medicine. It's not a replacement for it. Okay? All right. We got that straightened out. Let's talk about health. And you got the 5 of Swords. And I see that you are you feel very drained. And that is taking a toll on you because you feel tired and you feel sluggish. And when your energy feels like that, you know, maybe you're not exercising and doing the things you need to do to be physically fit. Excuse me. But when you're tired, you know, I don't think it's, I would check with your doctor if you haven't, especially if this has been going on for some time, because there's a thing called chronic fatigue syndrome, and it's awful. I had sorry, you got to be careful what you say. I had I think you can say pandemic, the pandemic disease, and I was hospitalized for 11 days. It was about 2 years ago. I got out of the hospital. I was on supplemental oxygen at home for about 6 more weeks. And my taste is still messed up. My smell, I can barely smell anything. Most things taste like trash to me. But one of the things is I am always tired. And my doctor talked to them and they're like, yes, there's chronic fatigue syndrome. So if it's something like that, you may want to go see your doctor, you know, and then make a plan with your doctor. Now, if it's not something that's medically like that, one of the things you can utilize, 2 crystals. Hold on, I'm going to go. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera. I'm going to go grab 2. Okay, the first one, I don't want to keep that one. The first one is carnelian. And carnelian, I always say it's a shot of espresso in a rock. And this is carnelian, if you're not familiar with it. I know we're going to do a crystal card. But carnelian is great for energy boosting. I like to use this one. When I get up in the morning, I come over into my meditation room before I do anything else, and I grab a piece of carnelian. Because otherwise, I am dragging in the morning, and this kind of gives me that energetic cup of coffee for my soul, and it gets me moving. So carnelian is great. Another one is red calcite. This is actually, and I do sell that, and this is new in the Your Natural Healer store. This is called tricolored red calcite because it does have some clear and white calcite in it, but it's primarily red. This is great to put in a room because it boosts energy. A lot of people will put this in their home gyms. I like it. I have it in my living room and I have it in my office. I do not keep it in my bedroom because I don't want to be up all night, but this is a great thing, great crystal as well to help boost energy. But carnelian is my go-to. Like I said, when I get up in the morning, I have to carry the carnelian with me. Otherwise, I will be late every single day because I'm dragging. But, you know, I see yourself, again, drained. You know, if it's not a medical issue, using some carnelian would be great. Be kind to yourself. Don't call yourself lazy and anything like that. Meditate. Sometimes we need to just close our eyes and recharge, and that will help us as well. Okay? All right, let's talk about spirituality. Now, spirituality is not necessarily religion. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. And for that, you guys got the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is actually a wish card, Gemini. And this is saying that you're about to have some challenges on your spiritual path, but take the challenges, okay? I don't know what the challenges are, if it's people, if it's, you know, maybe challenges that you're having on your own faith or beliefs, or if people are challenging your faith and belief. But whatever it is, work through the challenges, take them head on, and you'll overcome all these obstacles, and your spiritual journey, your ascension, your enlightenment, you'll be a little closer to your enlightenment, okay? Challenges are a great thing sometimes, you know. There's nothing wrong with asking questions, because like one of the things, for example, the pendulum, okay? I use my pendulum all the time, but this is one, I have two of them. This one is that I use on clients, and that's why it's here. The one I use on myself is Labradorite. But I use this in my distance Reiki sessions. But then I bought a pendulum board. And I had to meditate on that a little bit, because at first, the first thing I'm thinking of, well, it's the same thing as what are those things called? Ouija boards. And I used to use Ouija boards and in my teen years, and I should have known then that, you know, I had my gifts were, I mean, we all have gifts, but, you know, as we progress in life, they become calcified, basically. And once you open that third eye off, you know, and learn to open up more, then your gifts can become more active. Anyway, so my pendulum board, all I kept thinking of Ouija board, and oh, it's evil and bad stuff's going to come in and blah, 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 blah. So that was a challenge to me, and I had to do my research, and then I realized that the difference between, I mean, they're the same thing, basically. One, you use a planchette, and one you use the pendulum, but is intention. And that's one of the things in spirituality. Intention is everything. When we're using crystals, if somebody has a pentagram, it's the intention. People take, I mean, look at, like, in Christianity, the cross, you know, people took that, inverted it, and made it a horrible thing. Okay. It's all about intention. So, what I learned with my pendulum board is that if I intend it to be negative, then it's going to be negative. And if my intention when using the board is positive, it's going to be positive. So, you know, some things I know now that, you know, you protect yourself. You just don't go start doing divination without protecting yourself, calling in your archangels, using crystals. And then again, intention. Intention is such a powerful tool, and people don't realize it. I'm sorry, I got way off on a tangent there. See, I get talking about spirituality and stuff. I'm like, But anyway, my point being is it's okay to be challenged. Do your due diligence, meditate on it, and your gut will tell you what's right. And as long as it's coming from the heart space, 2 thumbs up. All right. All right, Gemini, let's talk about the negative energy that you need to at least be aware of that's going to be creeping into your space over the next couple of months. And sorry, I hit the camera. And again, this negative energy, it could be related to you. It could be related to other people in your life. We won't know until we pull this card. And we're going to take the top card. And the card you got, and these are hard to read. It says circle, alchemy. Okay. Well, I always thought, I remember in high school learning about alchemy, and all it was like, I always thought it was just turning like lead into gold or something. But alchemy is more than that. Like when I started reading the Dr. Emoto books, if you don't know who Dr. Emoto is, go to my playlist, Tuesday's Enlightenment. I did like a whole 6-week series on Dr. Emoto and the power of words, and words is alchemy. Just fantastic book, fantastic experiment. And alchemy it's about changing. And you think of a circle. A circle is perfect. It's like, look at my spheres back here. There's no beginning and no end. But what this is saying is that just because something looks perfect doesn't mean that it is. Okay? So you need to really look deeper. Not everything is going to be as it seems in the next couple months. Okay? How this affects right now, I don't know. I don't know what aspect of your life, whether it's love, money, finance, career, health. Love, money, finance, career, health. What aspect it is, but just be careful. Go with your gut. If something doesn't seem right, if something doesn't sound right, it doesn't look right, and if your gut is screaming at you, hey, listen, okay? If you don't listen, it's going to cause some drama and chaos. And you know what? We're not here for drama and chaos. We don't want that. We want love and happiness and fun and joy. All right? So just be really mindful of that. All right, let's see what crystal you get. If you get carnelian, if we pull carnelian, I'll give everybody a free carnelian. That's a Gemini. I shouldn't say that because then it's like, how would I do that? I don't have, a million pieces of carnelian. Now I'm scared to draw the card. I don't think it's carnelian. All right. Are you ready? Okay, it's not carnelian. It's rhodochrosite acceptance. And I actually pulled this card for somebody else in one of the readings. And this is rhodochrosite. Isn't this a beautiful crystal? I love the way it shimmers. I love crystals. Just so pretty. And this is a heart chakra crystal, obviously. It's pink. And when they're pink, they usually deal with our own self. And this card is all about self-acceptance. And we said, especially for those of you who are single, self-acceptance is loving yourself for the way you are and realizing there's nothing wrong with the way you are. And you need to love yourself for who you are, what you are, and the way you are. You need to accept yourself. So if you don't have rhodochrosite, I don't have any in the store. I do have pocket pieces, which they're smaller stones like this, which pocket pieces are nice for meditation or putting in your pocket or your purse. Or if you're like me, heart crystals. Us ladies are lucky. We can put them in our bra. I'll sit there and I'll put a heart chakra crystal in my bra and forget about it. And then, at night when I change and I'm like, rocks are dropping on the floor. But I do have one that's very similar energy, and that's rhodonite, as well as rose quartz. You could even use rhodonite and rose quartz together, and oh my God, beautiful energy. I would definitely meditate with some of these, working on your heart chakra. As I said over here, that the heart chakra is being affected a little bit by the solar plexus. I do have a video. It's in my guided meditation. It's called Pink Energy Guided Meditation. When you watch it, you get Reiki healing as well for the whole meditation. It says it's for grief, trauma, things like that. But I think that you would benefit from that pink energy healing. So if you're interested, please watch that. I think that will definitely help. But that might be a crystal that you are interested in working with. So anyway, that is all I have for you. So again, please make sure, check all the details below in the description. I have links to my website for crystals and sage, and I've got all kinds of metaphysical products now. Check out my services. I offer more than just Reiki. There's tarot and Reiki, just tarot. There's birth chart analysis and things like that. But also make sure, because I'm only got a limited amount of slots, it's the 2024 Ultimate Reading Package. I'm not going to go into it all here because it'll take me like 6 minutes. It is a ton of stuff. Reiki, crystals, crystal gridding, obviously tarot. You get a timeline report based on your birth chart. Lots of stuff. Check that out. There's a limit. Right now, I think I'm only going to do 10 spots. I think I have 8 left. So you don't want to miss out on that package. Check that out. And again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you here again on the channel for one of the videos. In the fall, I will be adding more of the crystal educational series as I'm going to be dropping some meditations like crazy. So with that being said, go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.